Dear students, friends and colleagues, today our academic topic is oxygen delivering devices. The oxygen is a very important treatment modality nowadays due to this COVID pandemic pneumonia, right? So the oxygen, we should be very familiar with these oxygen delivery devices because there are so many devices is there, from the low flow devices to high flow devices. These devices which is having a unique feature of each and every devices. First we will see about one by one. The first thing is low flow device. In this we are going to see the simple nasal cannula. So I am having with me this simple nasal cannula. So this is the simple nasal cannula. Before seeing about this nasal cannula, we will know about this tubing. This is the tube, right? This is the tube which is having some of the ridges inside the tubes. You see that, you can see some ridges. If you see like this, if you cut and see this like this, you see like this, you can see a star shaped ridges inside that. So what is the purpose of these ridges is, if it is kinking, the tube is accidentally kinking on the patient or through the under the bed or something, still there is a room is there. If you kink the tube also, there is still some room is there for the flow of gases. Completely it will not cut off the gases, unless in the other tube, the round tube, that if you kink like this, that will completely occlude and it will not flow the gases. So that is the importance of any oxygen delivering devices. You take the nasal cannula or simple face mask or whatever the non-breathing mask, all these devices, the supplying tube is made up of like this, which is having the ridges inside. Then we are coming into this. So this is the simple nasal cannula. It is a soft part, right? You are seeing a soft nasal prongs. Two prongs is there. So here it is, you are seeing a straight. Sometimes you will see a curved one. It will be like curved like this, right? The curved is always the best one rather than this straight one, because if you keep the straight one like this, the oxygen is in the tubular flow, which will directly go to the superior part of the nose, which will continuously will flow into the nose, which will cause a mucal irritation and sometimes it may cause bleeding. Rather than you are using the curved one, which will cause a turbulent flow, right? Which will flow at the root of like the nasal concas are there. It is the ridges and this thing which will go along with that, so that flow and this humidity will be better. So always use this curved one rather than this straight one, right? So this is the thing. So how to apply this? How to apply this? Always use in the front direction. Some people will use like this backside. I will show you. So you have to place like this and use like this. This is the adjustment knob is there. You adjust like this. It should not be more tight, less, like it should be hold with the patient, right? You connect it with the gases, right, like this. You open the oxygen slowly. So this is how we have to connect with this. Some advantages is there when you connect like this, right? For example, the patient is getting irritation or suddenly the gas is flowing rapidly. The patient is having a irritation. They can remove it easily, right? Other thing, if you place like this, right? You place it tightly. Okay, what will happen? If I pull, it will not come. I cannot take it. I cannot take down. So this will be a problem. So always use that. Another disadvantage is it will restrict the movement of the patient. If the patient is sleeping, they cannot move the head. So it is giving a pressure point over here. Another thing, the tube chances of kinking is more when you use the like this, when you use the back side, right? So this is the important thing. What are all the precautions we have to take is, one thing is oxygen flow rate. Anything the patient needs more than 6 liters, this device cannot be used. You have to select some other devices. If the patient needs less than 6 liters, around 5 liters, this will be a better one, right? So another thing, the patient is in the antiplatelets, right? He is taking any ticagrelor or clopidogrel or combination of these things, antiplatelets or anticoagulants due to heart disease or some brain disease or some vascular disease, we have to take we have to be little precautious because it may cause bleeding, right? Once they started bleeding, it is very difficult to manage. Already patient is on the drugs, that we have to take care. Another thing, if you use it for a long time, say over the years, it will cause a pressure ulcer, that we have to take care. Otherwise, we have to, according to this thing, we have to give enough padding over the contact areas. You can use some commercially available silicone pads are available nowadays, that you can use it. Okay, how much oxygen you can deliver through this? Once you connected to the patient, right, then you connected to this. If you keep a 1 liter, how much percentage of oxygen the device will deliver, right? The device is just a supplying device which is carrying the oxygen and which will supply near to your nose, right? But the percentage of oxygen depends upon your capability of your tidal volume and the patient's respiratory rate. It will depends upon these two factors. One is tidal volume, another is respiratory rate. In an average, right, 16 to 20, you take this is a normal respiratory rate. Any patient is having this respiratory rate and inhaling around 450 to 500 ml of tidal volume. It's ideal tidal volume. So, how much percentage of oxygen we can deliver, right? If we all inhaling 20% of oxygen, right? From that you add 4% extra. If you keep 1 liter of oxygen, which will deliver around 24% of oxygen. Environment is 20%. You keep 1 liter over the nasal cannula, you are adding 4% of oxygen extra. So 1 liter you are delivering 24%. If you keep 2 liters, then add 4. It comes around 28%. Then if you give 3 liters of oxygen, then which you are delivering 32% of oxygen. Then you are giving 4 liters oxygen, then you consider that you are delivering 36% of oxygen. If you keep 5 liters of oxygen, then you are delivering 40% of oxygen through the nasal cannula. Anything more than that the patient needs, then this is not a device. You have to use a Hudson mask or some other devices. You have to use that. When clinically this is very important is mild hypoxic patients who needs only this less than 5 liters of oxygen, and you want to taper the oxygen. For example, the patient came with severe respiratory distress, you kept with the non-rebreathing mask, then you reducing the oxygen to the 5 liters, then you are changing to simple Hudson mask. Still you want to continue with oxygen, but you want to taper the oxygen, you want to taper and stop the oxygen, then this is the very good device. You can use that and you can titrate and stop the oxygen. Another very important indication is for the home care. The patient who needs oxygen in the home for a long terms, like interstitial lung diseases. So these kind of, even in the COVID pneumonia, the patient may need oxygen for 3 months or 6 months, like that. That kind of situation, home care, you can use this nasal cannula. It is a very important device. Another safety aspect, right? What we are delivering the oxygen. The oxygen is as such is a unflammable gas. It will not fire by itself, but it is a very important factor for the combustion. Combustion means anything that the fire should come, you need a material, flame and oxygen. So oxygen is one of the component. Whenever you are going near to the fire, in some hospitals they are allowing the patient to have a flammable stove inside the room. Some hospitals. So that kind of situations, patient is using oxygen or the patient is keeping an oxygen cylinder near to the stove. You should be very careful with that. You should not allow that. Take a precautions, right? Otherwise it will land up in a tragedy. Another thing, not with this device. If you use a high flow oxygens, like you are using the non-rebreathing mask or other high flow devices, in that when you patient is in the arrest, you want to give a defibrillation. That defibrillator pads should not touch each other. It will cause arc, so it will cause a fire, that will make a fire accident. So these precautions we have to take. Another thing is, Usually the patients who is in oxygen, they will not smoke, but even though some of the people knowingly, unknowingly they want to smoke, be careful with that, because oxygen is there, right? The flammable material is there, fire is there. That will may land up in a tragedy. Always make a strict policy over this kind of situations, right? So this is all about the nasal cannula. Tomorrow we will see about the other oxygen delivering devices. Thanks for watching.